first of all, thank you all for joining us here today. Obviously, just a tremendous season for you guys coming to a close here tonight, unfortunately. So, Coach, can you just lead us off and just your general thoughts on the game? I don't even know if you guys need a stat sheet at all.
I have one here.
Got it? Okay, just making sure.
I noticed the free throw discrepancy, don't worry. It's my dig. I'm not getting fined by the league, am I? You're right, we've had a tremendous season. Unfortunately, right now, you don't think about that. You think about that game, and I think that, what I thought going into this game was there were two very even teams in a lot of ways. Both teams probably thought they should have been seeded higher. I think the results of today might have proven that to be true. And I thought it would be a 1 or 2 possession game, and it was a 1 possession game. And when it came down to making a free throw, they made their free throws, and having a chance to tie it at the end. But I thought, that stretch at the end of the first half where they made a little run, they made a couple threes, that hurt us. I admire our guys. I am very lucky to coach this group. I was very lucky to be a part of this group, and a very small part, because they coached themselves, and we got ourselves right back into the game, and then it becomes a possession here, possession there, and we just couldn't quite get over the top, unfortunately.
How much did the foul trouble specifically with Deion Hamilton? He sat a lot of
that. He sat a lot. He played 7 minutes in the first half. Very good point. And then Andrew picked up 4. We had much more foul trouble, which is unusual because we are in the top, I would think, top 15 in the country. At least we were going to this weekend in fouls per game. So we don't foul. And for some reason tonight we fouled. I don't know why that was.
Do you feel like it affected your defense at all?
Yeah, it always does. I think initially it affected our rotation too, and we had guys out of there who maybe aren't used to being out there, and we're in different positions and guarding different guys. Maybe they had different matchups. Because going into the game, we thought Deion was going to have to guard Elijah Bailey, and that Bailey would be a guy that, if you look at it, he only had 17 points. That's low for him, right? He's been in the 20s, mid 20s, not maybe the last few games, but he's been up there, and we needed Deion, and we were lucky Darius Garvin helped us out in that first half, but that kind of weakened who's guarding the other guys, and that's where they got going.
It seemed as if you held on, you protected the ball today very well.
Yes.
6 turnovers, despite having guys out there that you didn't maybe want to play as many minutes. Do you think maybe some of the things they did for you defensively to you might have hurt? Like they were on red man, he had a poor shooting day.
Yeah, they did a very good job.
They did the big 3 in the corner though, that brought you within 2.
Yep.
But defensively, did they throw anything at you that you weren't expecting?
Nothing that we didn't expect, Chris. I thought it was kind of what we thought. They're very good. They're very sound defensively, and we didn't shoot a great percentage. We shot 38%, and I think if you looked at it going into this game, they were holding opponents to 41.6, and we were holding opponents to 41.6. It was kind of spooky that way. But they have some length. They're bigger in the backcourt, and they can kind of cause your looks to be a little bit different than you might normally get. That being said, I thought we had some really good looks that we just didn't make. Ball squirted out a couple times. Early in the game, Deion had one where he cut down the lane and Andrew passed it to him. Quinn had one, like a little turnaround. I thought Breon had a couple he didn't make. So that's basketball. That's what happens. What I told them in the locker room is what's great about this game and what sucks about the game is that there's a winner and there's a loser. And unfortunately tonight we have to be the loser, but that's what it is. This is not 5-year-old soccer where everybody wins, it ends in a tie, and you get a juice box. It ain't that way. This is, you win, you lose, and when you throw it up, you're running that chance that you could lose. And unfortunately for us tonight, we didn't come out on the right end where we wanted to be.
Andrew, obviously you have drawn a lot of defensive attention this entire season. Did you anticipate that they would double you as often as they did?
Yeah, it's something that we see a lot in the ECC. A lot of teams do that. They're a really good team. They got a lot of big guys, and it's definitely one of the things that they took advantage of, and we just missed some shots that we'll kick some out. Deion hit a good one. Garv hit a good 3. They just didn't fall another time. So it's something we see a lot, and we're used to it, but tonight they just didn't fall for us.
Jay, what was the mindset coach was talking about, the run they had right before halftime? You guys go in 9, but you're a team, you guys have 5 wins this year when trailing at halftime. So take me through what was said at halftime, and you guys came out like gangbusters there, tied it up real quick.
Okay.
Well, I thought as a team all year we faced adversity. We've handled it well. We've pressured the ball when we had to pressure the ball. We've gotten stops. We made big shots. Tonight we made a couple big shots. Didn't make enough. Obviously, once we fouled, they made their free throws. They were 17 to 21 second half.
Yep.
The free throw line. That obviously hurts. If we keep scoring, we can't get stops. You keep fouling, it's tough. But give credit to our guys. We battled all year. We battled through injuries, a lot of lineups changes. So, credit all to our guys. Credit their team. Obviously, they're a great team.
Andrew, did double teams hurt you? I mean, you didn't do big bad passes or anything, but they let you have some looks early, but then after that they put 2 on the ball each time.
No, I think they definitely were waiting until I put it on the floor, and I tried to start making quick moves, and I think that definitely opened up the floor, and that's when we started getting our good looks, when I was starting to move the ball quicker. And I think it's just a matter of getting used to that, and we've seen it all year, and I think that's one thing that's definitely helped us, that we've seen everything that a team could throw at us, and tonight they just didn't fall for us. So.
Mac, obviously you didn't get the result that you wanted, but last year at this time we were talking about us being left out of the tournament. This year we get in with an at-large. How can this season be a building block season for your program?
Well, we look at it, we have 4 out of 5 starters back next year. Lord willing, everything works out. And, we'll have a couple guys who are sitting out who we think can be able to help us. So I think what this team has to do, and I don't really want to talk about next year now, I want to talk about this team. What they did is they have to sit back and they have to say, that was pretty cool what we did. We got Damon into the NCAA tournament. We were the first team ever to do that. And, there are a lot of tears in the locker room, a lot of guys hurting right now. But in the end, we can't forget that. We can't lose sight of that. We can't have 2 close losses at the end of the year. I say this all the time, it never ends well. It never ends well. And everybody starts the season with a loss. I mean, there's only a few of them who don't, right, who end up with it as a national champion. Everybody else is going to have a loss somewhere along the line. And some get it early. Some are done in February, and they put the uniforms away. We've got into March, and we played later than most Damon teams ever had, at least in the NCAA era. So for us, we should be very proud of that. They should think of that this was a very special group. And I've told them, I've talked to other coaches who said, I hate my team. I can't wait for the season to end. I said, that's not me. I've been miserable the last couple of weeks, and my wife's like, what's wrong? I'm like, at some point this is going to end. And that's what stinks. It's going to end with this group, and because this is a very special group. Look at Darius Garvin, and it stinks for him walking out on crutches his last game and hurting himself last play. But that's a kid who started every game for about 2.5 years, almost his whole freshman year, and then sophomore year, junior year, he started every game and got hurt. Took a while to get back. Got hurt again, and then accepted the role to come off the bench. And not many guys would do that. And very selfless team. Very selfless team. They had a lot of fun. I mean, I thought it was awesome. We kept getting bench warnings. We did the last 2 games. We got a bench warning where the referees are telling them they got to sit down. They got to sit down. They're having fun. They're college kids. That's the stupidest rule there ever is. They put that rule in for the people who pay thousands of dollars to sit at the Carrier Dome behind. They can't see because they got 6'10" guys on the bench. But those guys don't care. They're not even standing up. They're sitting there complaining and figuring out where they're transferring to. And these guys are sitting there having so much fun. They're excited, and I think it's awesome. And I think the referees ought to figure that out and realize that my standard line is, this ain't the NBA. They're not sitting there. They're up excited and they're jumping around. You should be excited to be a part of such an environment as an official, because it's true. And I think for me, that's great to see. It's great. I tell them every time. I say, we just got warned. Way to go. Good job. And that is the essence of this team. They wanted to have fun. They wanted to compete. They're incredibly competitive. At times I had to stop scrimmaging in practice because the scrimmages turn into bloodbaths and they want to fight, and they have guys who want to storm off because they lost and all that. And that makes you good. That makes you good. So we wanted another crack at St. A's. We unfortunately couldn't get it, and try and play them again because we had a really good game at Buffalo. But this is a learning experience for us, and it's something we're going to take and we're going to build upon, not only for the guys who are coming back, but for the rest of the guys in the program, and just for the coaches in the program. And as we build this program, which is, we've gone through a change of guys, and Jay mentioned we have guys coming in, coming out, and we dealt with all that. And these guys and those guys in that locker room should be very proud of what they've done and what they've established right now. And now it's up to everybody coming back to keep it moving forward.
Jay, one last thing for me. Can you speak to what Coach was talking about Damon getting here, being part of that first ever NCAA team to make it to the tournament here, and then you've had a rocky road in the past with an injury and a red shirt and everything. What it's like to actually participate?
It's obviously a great feeling. We're the first team in Damon history to come to the national championship games. I give credit to our seniors. I love them all. I've played with Deion Hamilton since 7th grade. I've been with him my entire life, basically. I've loved it. Other guys, Nick Petrocelli, Darius Garvin, DeMarco Barnes, and Quinn Lee, obviously. They come to practice every day, just like all of us. They get ready. They make the starters better, obviously. We fight in practice. And it's just, it's great to be in this opportunity. Unfortunately, we lost today. Hopefully we get back here next year.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.